Rastador. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. If you are not yet subscribed, please go ahead right now. Before you forget, hit that subscribe button, join the family, and get crowned. So for today's video, I am going to be doing a serious beginner's makeup, focus just on the base. So we're not going to be doing eyeshadow, keeping it really simple and really beginner friendly. You know what I want you guys to do? Actually, go do this for me. Go grab your eyebrow products, grab yourself a concealer, grab yourself a foundation, get some powder, some setting powder, any makeup items that you have and you need for your face, and let's do our makeup together. Let's chit chat, let's get to know these products. So go ahead and do that for me, and I'll catch you back in a few seconds. Alright you guys, so I went ahead and put my hair back in one because, you know, we don't want any oils or greases or anything that you use in your hair on your skin, okay? Look out for my nighttime skincare routine that will be coming up soon, so definitely hit that notification bell if you have not done so as yet, so you're notified when I drop another one. So I'm sorry to say it, but regardless, I don't care how much you pay for that makeup item, if your skin underneath your makeup is not hitting, the makeup is not going to be hitting. Period. Okay, so first and foremost, you always want to start off doing makeup with a clean face, especially if you're going in with brushes and sponges and stuff like that. You have to keep everything clean when it comes to your skin. So I just finished cleansing my skin, and I just picked up 3 of my favorite cleansers. Today I use this Elemis Superfood Calm Cleansing Foam. I like these kind of foam cleansers for like the mornings because usually I already did my skincare the night before, so I'm not taking off any makeup. And I also like this Fresh Soy Face Cleanser for that. It's very gentle, so this is also a good one for that. And then I have my Murad Hydration exfoliating cleanser, which I would usually use if I had on makeup that day or anything like that. So after cleansing, now we have our fresh and clean base to work with. Now we're going to work on adding back hydration into our skin because, like I said, whatever's going on under your makeup is going to shine through. So you're going to, of course, want to look for a moisturizer that is going to pair well with your skin type. We have different type of skin type. Some people have oily, dry, combination. I have kind of a mix of normal to dry skin. Like all over my body I have extremely dry skin, but my face I would say is pretty normal. If I don't moisturize now, hence why a skincare routine is so important, my skin will get extremely dry to the point where I have dry patches on my face, okay? And then if I do too much, then I can get extremely oily. So I pick my moisturizer depending on what I'm going to be doing for the day. So if I was going outside and it was sunny, I would most definitely put on SPF moisturizer. If you have any dark spots, any hyperpigmentation, and you're wondering why it's not going away, it could be the fact that you're not using SPF. At the end of the day, from my experience, if you're not putting on an SPF, those dark spots are just going to linger forever. I like heavily moisture-rich moisturizer. The ones that I do use and like is definitely the Belief, the True Cream Aqua Bomb. Oh my goodness, love this stuff. I definitely have to get the full size in this because it's like bomb. Then I also have the Fresh Lotus Youth Preserve Moisturizer. This is the Fresh Moisturizer. And this Tidal Sunday Riley moisturizer. So for today I'm going to go in with the Fresh Moisturizer. It's a very lightweight moisturizer, so it does the job, but it doesn't like make your skin too like oily, too greasy, or anything like that. Always remember to bring anything that you put on your face down your neck. If we want moisturized skin on our face, we want moisturized skin on our neck as well. So what I usually do at this step is go ahead and do my brows because I want to give my moisturizer time to get in there before I go in with primer. For brows, I use a gel. So I use this Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Chocolate. Now, do you have to use a gel? Absolutely not. I used to use pencils. You can use an eyebrow pencil. You can use eyebrow powder. You can use any product that you feel comfortable with. A lot of people like the look of a pencil. I used to love the look of a pencil. I used to absolutely love that ColourPop brow pencil. I feel like it was in the same color, chocolate, or you know, a dark brown shade. That's another thing. I don't like my brows to be like too dark just because I don't like harsh looking brows. Of course, this is also going to be dependent upon your skin tone. If you have a darker skin tone, then yeah, you might need like a dark brown, almost black brow. So it really depends on your skin tone. Like right now, look at my normal brows. Yeah, they're very sparse. Don't look at that. Don't judge that. But in terms of like how it looks on my face, it doesn't look too stark, like in your face, like whoa. Those are some brows. So I don't like for my brows to look like that. I don't want anybody to see me on the street and be like, whoa, hey brows. You know what I'm saying? With my dip brow pomade, I go in with this brush. This is also from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It also helps to have a well-groomed and maintained brow. All these little straggly hairs can really show up and kind of throw off the whole brow. So then what I do is I take the brush and I kind of create a shape. I outline the brow with this pomade. If you were using a pencil, you would use the pencil and you would outline the brows first. So as you can see, I created this line under here, and that is serving as a marker to me as to what shape I'm going for. Now that I pretty much have the shape that I want, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more of the pomade on my brush. And then I'm going to fill in the center. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have yet to come to this portion yet. You always want to leave that portion of your brow for last. So I'm going to go ahead and with upward strokes, I'm going to fill in the rest of the brow, like so. Now, when I get to this portion, I'm going to do the same thing and do upward strokes because we're trying to mimic the look of actual brow hairs, okay? So we do upward strokes in this area like so. Take the spoolie and we run the product through the brows. And then we go ahead and conceal the brows. I like to take a flat brush. My flat brush is kind of like, what, square, rectangle shape. Some people like to go in with a more rounded brush. But to each their own, that's something that's just based off of what you prefer. So, what to clean up your brows with? I personally love to use this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. I don't know, this is a very thick foundation and it's just like the perfect color because my arch nemesis is halo brows. I cannot stand when you conceal your eyebrows and you use a product that's just like way too light. But sometimes if I'm going for a real beat, I'm not even gonna front, like a beat, I will go ahead and with concealer, I have my two faves here. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Maple, and then I have my Juvia's concealer in the number 12. So when I use these lighter shades, I usually just put these at the bottom, wait, and then clean up the top when I do my foundation just to avoid having that halo eye. But for today, I'm going to go ahead and use this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation. So this portion is honestly just going to take practice. It's going to depend on the shape that you like. You can Google like your eye shape and how to shape your eyebrows. I know there's like makeup-y scientific ways of knowing how to sculpt out your brows. I just follow the shape of my natural eyebrow. So when I'm finished with the concealer, I always drag down any excess and blend it into my eye. And that's why you see I love using that foundation because it literally just like blends into my eye shade. And of course, when you get to the top, you want to do the same thing. Blend the product up.
Like I said, if I did want like a full beat and I was using a lighter concealer, I would do this with my whatever foundation I'm going with on my face while I'm doing my foundation, just because I'm just so scared of the halo.
If you want to just get a little bit more naturalness in this area, you can just take your concealer brush and just put some little strokes in there, you know, give it a little bit of natural oomph. now that the brows are done, I have given my moisturizer more than enough time to sink into my skin and just, you know, give my skin what it's looking for. So now I'm gonna go into primer. Primer, honestly, sometimes I use primer even if I'm not going in with foundation. If you are going in with makeup, can serve as kind of a barrier between your skin, this like beautiful base that you just cleansed and moisturized, and your foundation. Additionally, it should smooth out your texture, fill in some of those pores. One of my favorite primers is this Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. Some other ones that I like to go in with is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. A drugstore one can be this Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I used to really like this stuff. This is probably almost finished, to be honest. And I also really like the Porefessional Primer by Benefit. But for today, we're going to go in with Milk. And I focus the primer like where I need it. One, where I would get oily the most. And two, where I have the most pores that I want to just smooth out. So that would most likely be around my nose, on my forehead, and like on my chin. Those are the main areas that I am focusing this product on. And then we're just going to blend it in. Alright, so now we're up to the fun stuff. We're up to foundation. So foundation, of course, is something that, again, is going to be dependent upon your skin type, your wallet type. No, for foundation, what I look for, I personally like a more buildable foundation. I do have some foundations that are just like thick, put it on, it's a mask. I personally don't go for foundations like that because, first of all, I don't think we need it. I don't think anyone needs it, to be honest. Let some of that natural glow shine through. But I know a lot of you guys love the full face beat bam look. If you don't, at least it's buildable, so you can just go back in with another layer and you're good to go. But at least you have an option, you know? So some of my faves would be the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is in the color 5N2 Amber Honey. This stuff, love it. My next faves would be the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundations. I have both the matte one and the hydration one. I recently have begun to mix them both because I really don't mind the matte one. I tell you, like, my face, I don't mind matte, okay? But I do like to throw in a 1-2 drop of this hydrating one, and sometimes I will use the hydrating one. It all depends. That's why sometimes you might want to invest in like 2 or 3 foundations depending on the circumstances. If I'm going to a wedding and I need a full beat and I don't want my makeup going anywhere, I'm gonna use him. But if we're going to the beach, we're doing a little beach line, we chilling, I want some of my natural glow to come through, whatever. I want to show them like, yes, your girl has skin. I might go in with the hydrating one, okay? But this can tend to get oily on your skin. So like I said, you definitely, first off, you shouldn't even be looking at a video on makeup or foundation until you figured out what kind of skin type you have and what type of products work best with your skin type. To be real, okay? Another one that I really like is this Makiage Foundation. The shade that I got, I have 195 Woke Up Like This. It's kind of more on the neutral shade, but I don't mind it. And you could have actually returned this or something like that, but I missed the date. But it's not bad. I literally just mix another foundation in and boom, there you go. Other foundations that I really love that are a little bit more on the less expensive side would be my Juvia's foundation. I really love this Juvia's foundation. This thing is like seriously almost gone, and I have a backup there on site ready to go, period. I use the color Kampala, and then I also have these stick foundations. I have 2 colors. I have one that goes with my skin tone, which is the Camaroon. Although the Camaroon is a little dark for me, I could probably go 1 shade down from there, but this one, the Tunisia, is like a perfect contour for me. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation, a very good foundation. 2 more drugstore ones that I really like is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer. Love this stuff. And I think honestly my #1, hands down, I will even take this on vacation and leave back all my expensive ones. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation, and I have mine in the color Warm Mahogany, like so bomb. I'm probably gonna go in with this today just because I'm hyping it up. So for your foundation, you can of course go in with either a blender sponge. I use the beauty blender. If you don't want to go in with a beauty blender or you don't have a sponge or anything like that, of course you can go in with a kind of flat top foundation brush. This is the Juvia's foundation brush, but I'm gonna use my blender today. I personally have really downsized in the amount of foundation that I use on my skin, okay? I just feel like at the end of the day, remember, I'm going to go into conceal under my eyes, so I don't really put foundation under my eyes because I don't need 2 layers under there. That just adds to the, okay. Let's talk about it. You don't need all these layers and you don't need as much. Like seriously, sometimes I just like, you don't need as much. It was me, I was her, she was I. Okay, it was me putting on too much. Don't think I'm trying to judge anybody, honey. That was me a couple years ago, period. This is why you guys come to YouTube, so you don't have to make those mistakes that I and so many other people made over the years, right? That's why you're here. We went in with skincare, 1 layer of skincare, right? Then you're gonna go in with a layer of foundation. Then you're gonna go in with a layer of concealer. Then you're gonna go in with a layer of translucent powder, regular powder, bronzer, highlight, like how much layers you're gonna have on your face. So you'll wanna make sure every layer is very thin and seamless, so everything can just like, yes, perfect timing. Air freshener. Go ahead, air wick. So I'm literally gonna put, that's 1 pump. I put 1 pump and I see how 1 pump goes, and if I need any extra wherever I need it, I put it. My phone broke, you guys. Look at my phone. Look at this nonsense. How much this is the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Freaking probably, definitely over $1,000 phone. And when it's broken, it's worth nada. So let's take a break from makeup. So pretty much I call a Sharian, right? I call a Sharian, I'm like, yo, my phone is broken, boom, 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 bam, bam, bam. So they started fixing screens for like $30. But based off the fact that this phone was just like annihilated, they was like, yo, shorty, that's gonna cost you like $300. I'm like, it's $275, but it's $300. So basically, I'm tight. They gonna be like, they don't got my phone in stock. It's not gonna be in stock for 3 to 5 days. What you mean? To be honest, it was supposed to be 1 day, okay? And I'm like, you know what? It's quarantine. It's really nowhere to go. I'm not going to work. I'm doing remote learning. I'm at home. Take a break, Natalie. You know what I'm trying to say? I was like, you know what? Just take a break from the world. Take a break from social media. Take a break from all that stuff. And it's actually been pretty good. So I'm actually enjoying this time, but I ain't gonna front when that phone come back if I see a right back in there. Anyway, let's get into the foundation now. All right, I needed some time because my skin was like sweating. It's hot. I have a little fan here, and every time I pause the video, I'm putting my little fan on me because it's hot, and I don't want you guys to hear the AC. So listen, hit that. You know what? If you didn't hit the like, if you didn't hit the subscribe button yet, what you waiting for, girl? Your girl over here struggling to do these videos. It's hot. But yeah, I have my 1 pump of foundation, so I'm gonna go in with that, put it where I need it, and then I'm just gonna share it out. So this is what 1 pump looks like. Okay, I do think I need a little bit more around here so I could go down my neck, and then I could do it a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead and with 1 more pump. Okay, so that was 2 pumps for the whole face, period.
So I'm gonna put this on this side, and like I said, I'm just gonna focus it where I need it. So I need it right here on this side. I need it on this side. Remember, when you do your foundation,
I just put the excess on my forehead. Remember, when you do your foundation, this is just like I said, 1 step. Powder provides coverage, okay? And mind you, this foundation gets full coverage AF, okay? So if I was to like go in with a good amount of foundation, it would be like you wouldn't see anything. We're ready for concealer. So I already mentioned the 2 concealers that I really like, which is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and then we also have the Juvia's concealer. 2 other concealers that I actually really like is the Fenty Beauty concealer, and then I also have the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer. Today I'm gonna do Born This Way. So for concealer, where do you conceal? Where do you guys conceal? Remember what I said, don't put too much under the eyes. That is where we need it. Well, I need it. Because as you can see, I have darkness under my eye. I've had darkness under my eye since I was about 0 years old, okay? But I'm just saying, that's just the way my face is. Nothing wrong with it, you guys. I just really want to, even though we're putting on foundations, even though I got contacts in my eyes, okay, even though we doing all that extra stuff, I love my natural color eyes. I like my natural skin. My natural skin is lit. So I'm saying, with all of this, we're doing this because we want to do it. So I don't want to hear no little makeup soldiers down in the comments like, you don't even need the makeup. I know, I want it. Shucks. So under the eye, I like to start like kind of down there because I don't want to put the most of the product up there. I want to kind of share out the product on the brush. And I don't go directly under my eye with this wand because I'm gonna let my sponge do that. Literally, this is a lot. You don't even have to do this much. You could legit just put a little swipe under your eye and keep it pushing. But I like it. So then I'm gonna take like the back of the wand where it still has product and go down the bridge of my nose. I like to go down the bridge of my nose as just like a natural contour because I don't go in with like cream contours on my nose. So I just use this as my contour because when you put light, it's going to automatically make the rest of my nose appear darker. So it's going to appear like I contoured it. I like to go above my lip, a little bit up here. With this, I kind of just let it sink in. So in this time, I'm going to go ahead and cream contour. So I have two options for cream contour. I have the Juvia's palette Tunisia, that darker shade that I showed you guys earlier. And then I also have the Fenty Beauty cream. This is called a bronzer, but I use it as a contour because it's it's a perfect contour shade. Like, it's very gray. I'll use this today just to show you guys what I'm talking about. This is in the color chocolate. Babe bought me some food. Some salmon, some kale, some potato, some cabbage. So I mean, y'all, oh my god, I gotta take this concealer. So I like to use one of these kind of flat brushes for this step. Dip the brush in, and then, okay, now the face naturally has a darker line. You can see a natural contour. So that's what you follow when you're putting your contour. I'm going to go ahead and put this product directly on top of that line, just like so. So literally, we're just deepening that area. And that's it. That is our contour. We can always go back in and clean it up. Just like so. Contour. Nothing too crazy. This is literally what, 2-3 shades darker than my skin tone. Let me just show you guys what the Juvia's one would look like. For the Juvia's, I would kind of place it like that a little bit, and then I would place it on my forehead like so. As you can see, even though the foundation like matches my neck and it matches my all of this, it is not gonna match my scalp and my black hair, okay? So I need something to blend everything together. You want everything to be seamless. Juvia's side, I'm just going to blend it in. So as you can see, when you blend it in, it's pretty much the same idea.
Of course, you blend it in. You blend it into, like, literally you're blending it into your hairline. Like, you're blending it in so that you don't look like you have a hat on. You ever see anybody and they have, you ever see a face out around there, and now it just looks like, okay, I mean, she knows what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? It looks like you know what you're doing.
Now we're gonna blend out the concealer, and I start here, blend.
Then we're gonna go up to the face and blend. We're gonna use this, and we're gonna use the brush to bring it up under the eye, since you know we didn't place it under the eye.
I like to use the sponge, which you can also use a brush for this step. And then you're just gonna like blend. And look at that, y'all. Look at that. It's highlighted and just like bronze, and like everything is just like, you know, looking good. Take the concealer and put it on my lids just because I'm not going in with any shadow today.
I kind of pat in this line down my nose. I don't like to completely take it away because you can easily take it away, but just pat it. I blend out what I have, and then I use the bottom of the beauty blender where it doesn't have the concealer to kind of blend it into the
Our face looking good. Alright, so at this point we're gonna go in and set the concealer. That's the first thing that I do. So we have a couple. My favorite, honestly, is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I just feel like it's just like the consistency, it's fine, it's just like perfect. Another one that I have here is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. This is in the color Kunafa. I like this because it has like a little yellow tint to it, but I think I would definitely still choose Laura over Huda. Then we also have the Fenty Beauty powder. This one is in the color Banana. I kind of wish I bought Cashew in this shade, but I didn't buy Cashew. I bought Banana. So yeah, I don't know. It's cool, but I don't know. It's something about this powder that it's kind of hard to work with. So for a beginner, I don't know if I would recommend the Fenty Beauty for the beginner. I also have two drugstores, and this is the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, and this one is in the shade Medium. And then I have the Airspun Original. This is in Translucent Extra Color. The Airspun is popping. It's almost finished. My Airspun is almost, like, look at it. But for today, we're going to go in with Laura. For this step, you always want to smooth out your concealer and make sure everything is like where you need it to be, because when you put this powder down, you're setting it. So you can go in with that, or you can go in with the brush. I prefer to go in with a brush and set. I do not bake, I just set. So as you can see, I'm just patting. Okay, I'm patting the product into my skin. Baking, it just dries me out a little bit too much, and that's not what we came for. Like, that's not cute. I'm gonna go like around my nose because that area definitely needs it. And then you're gonna go anywhere where you want to highlight. So I'm gonna go down the bridge of my nose. This is to highlight and to set that concealer that we put on. As you can see, as I did that and I set it, you can automatically see like a line of demarcation between like my natural skin tones and that highlight. So it kind of looks like I contoured my nose when I didn't even contour my nose. Hack. Then I'm gonna go on my forehead where I put, you know, a little bit more. So now we're gonna set the rest of our face, and we're gonna use just a face powder. My two faves for the moment are these right here. This is the L'Oreal True Match powder. I use it in the color Soft Sable. This powder is so good for drugstore popping. And I also really like the Sephora Micro Smooth powder. Mine is in the number 60 Deep, and this powder is just like, and it's really not even that expensive. I think it's like 20 bucks. So I'm gonna go in now with like a powder brush. Powder brushes are usually, you know, a little bit more fluffy. So I go in with this brush, and this powder now, I'm gonna put it everywhere that I did not put the translucent powder, which is like around my neck, the base of my face, my chin, sides of my nose. I don't really go in with that much of this. It's just, you don't, like, a little bit goes a long way with this. So after that, we're gonna go ahead and set that cream contour that we put. I'm gonna go in with one of these kind of slanted brushes. These kind of slanted brushes are really good for this because it gets in there. This is a Morphe bronzer in the color Romance. Really nice. Mine is a little broken, but yeah, you can see it. This is actually not a bronzer. This is just a powder, but it's in a darker color for my complexion. So this is in the color Rich Mahogany. This one is actually almost finished. I ran through this, and this is from Black Radiance, again, drugstore. I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Cocoa Naughty Sun Stalker Instant Warmth Bronzer. I'm gonna go in with this. This one actually, it's not that deep for me. It's low-key, damn near my skin complexion, but it's perfect. Given what you naturally have, a little oomph. That's what makeup is, to me, that's what makeup is supposed to be. Oh my god, I love the color of this bronzer. This Cocoa Naughty is just perfect because I tell you, I'm not a big blush and bronzer type of person. You have to go around your hairline to blend it into your hairline, just to make sure that you don't look like you just have on a mask. Keep that little highlight in the middle of your forehead because we did that on purpose. We want that.
Okay, and just again, you just going over where you put your contour. Pretty much, that's it. Some people like to go under the cheeks with it and stuff like that. I don't really do all that, to be honest.
Okay, so you can use a smaller brush and go, you know, across your nose like that. I generally don't do that though, to be honest. What I just do is I just pinch the big brush and put it down the side of my nose like that. But I'm just gonna show you guys the two ways, you know, because sometimes we just don't have time. If blush is next in my repertoire, I'm not really a blush girl like that. My favorite blush for the moment is this Note blush. This is in the color Desert Rose. It's very pretty color. So I'm gonna use this blush brush, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of it on my cheeks, you know. I like to bring it up a little bit, and I don't like too much. Boom. Next, I'm going to go in with highlighters. So some of my favorite highlighters. This is from Lancome. This is the Duo Finish Highlighter in the color Sparkling Pesh. Poppin'. Then I also like this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. This is in Gradient Glow, but it broke apart and I put it back together. So now all the colors that was in that gradient is mixed up together, and it's just litty. It's litty. But for today, I'm just going to use the Becca, and I'm going to put that on the high points of my face. Right here. My nose. Top of my lips. Eyebrows. Inner corner. And yeah, that's pretty much it for highlight. I'm just going to put a little bit of gloss on my lip because I like to go in with some type of gloss before any kind of lip product anyway, just to moisturize my lip. So I'm going to put a little bit of gloss, not gloss, lip balm on my lip. And after this step, I go in and spray my face. This is the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Stay Spray. So I'm going to spray my face. Alright, so after this, we're pretty much done. It all depends on what you want to do. I'm not going in with eyeshadow, so I am though going to go in with some mascara, just because I personally don't use lashes. I've never used lashes. I just get really sensitive with things on my eyes. So I'm going to go in with this Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara. So now that mascara is on, I'm just going to go in with this Buxom Gloss in the color White Russian. And we're done. We're finito. Alright you guys, so that is going to complete this video. The makeup is done, and as you can see, we look like we know what we're doing, because we do know what we're doing, right? Okay? But we also look natural. We look fresh. And that's what we're going for, okay? So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you guys already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share it to all your friends. Anyone that says, yo, I really don't know how to even begin with this whole makeup stuff, share this video to them, okay? And I will see you guys in my next video. And make sure to hit the notification bell and look out for part 2, where we're going to be doing eyeshadow, alright? See you guys in my next one. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Deuces.